Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know what to do, hit that subscribe button and bell notification so when I upload my latest vids, you get notified immediately. So in this video, we're going to talk about Walken and we're going to talk about the breeding. So this breeding, this update was done yesterday, like last night, and now it's like morning my time, probably about 8 o'clock my time. So this was done like, I don't know, last night. So it's only about 8 hours old. And it's pretty exciting because the breeding has now you can breed. However, it's this has got a few things that's different to what we're used to with the breeding in steppen. All right, so I'm going to just explain it. Although there's a lot of things that influence the breeding, and I want to try to explain them because, to be honest, I am still working my way through the breeding and how the inheritance works, you know, when you pair two calf leads together. So I'll try to explain to the best of my ability, only because this is just so fresh and new that I am still getting a handle of it. Just as, you know, when I first got into steppen, it was kind of confusing at first. So Walken, just think of this as the breeding has just been enabled and it's really early. So just think of like steppen when the breeding just started. Like I kind of missed that point in time, but here with Walken, it's different. It's like right now, so it's still, in my opinion, very early. I'm early into this, so that's kind of like the one of the big advantages of it. So breeding, to find out how to breed, basically you just go to collectibles down the bottom here, and then you will see all your calf leads, and then you'll see obviously up the top here it says breeding. Okay, you scroll down, these are my calf leads. So then you just come along here and you go breeding and you click on this, and then you're going to see this. All right, so it's a quite a pretty self-explanatory, right? You just come along and you click on the calf leads that you want to pair up to breed. So these are going to basically be the parents. So you just come along and you click on this, and then it'll automatically show you which ones you can select. Now these ones down the bottom here, the 300, see how it's got that 300 Walken next to them, and then it's got these ones here, these 800 Walken, because these are at different levels. I bought these yesterday. These are rares. So I can just like, I'm not going to do like a rare and common. That would just be dumb because I'd be like wasting the rare. So what I'm going to do personally is just when I breed them the same rarity. So here I would do common. I'll do common here. So the lower the rarities, like the commons, will only be three. See, it's got 300. They're cheaper, and obviously the higher the rarity, once you get into uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary, it's going to cost you way more in Walken. All right. So here now I've got this two different commons, and then you can scroll down, and then it's got the offspring level chance. It's at 100%, and then I can go here the rarity drop rate. So I can click on common, and it's pretty much 100% rare, 100% chance that I'm going to get all these. If I go to uncommon, see, so I can't like get two commons and try to breed a uncommon. It's not going to work. Same with a rare. You know, if I'm trying to breed a rare calf lead, it's not going to work because I've only got two commons. So here it says 100%, 100%, 100%. Okay, so it's a good chance that it's going to work. Now let's just go to how breeding works. So this is kind of like the overview. The talks about the gene inheritance. When two calflets are bred, the offspring may inherit traits from one of the parents, or get one of the new results of the mutation. This applies to each of the 6 genes. Of each gene, there is a chance of taking after one of the parents or having a completely new one of the mutation. The drop chances, this is the chances the offspring to inherit parental traits increase with each level of the parent calf-lead. So, in other words, the higher the level, the more chance of you inheriting the genes. So level 9 and level 10, there's basically no kind of like percentage that's lost. So you're likely to get them like almost 100%. These are the breeding requirements, the breeding count. So the breeding count is basically, let me show you the breeding count. There, see the breeding count? It's got 0 of 3, so I still can breed 3 times with this calf lead. So we go back to breeding, and then it's got the traits. Okay, then it's got the requirements, which I'll talk about. The requirements are it's got to be level 6, so you can't breed level 5 or under. Now, don't forget too as well, when you join Walken, you get a free calf lead. This is something that I've seen. Steppen hasn't got this, and I think this is a really good move because it allows people to get into the game for free. Now, obviously, it's going to take them time to get to level 6, right, where it's now tradable. So once they get to levels, they start at 0, but once they get to level 6, they can actually sell that calf lead and make money for free. Now, it's going to take them a while because they've got to walk, but it allows people to join for free, and hundreds and thousands of people are going to do that. But they can't breed until they get to level 6. Okay, so the breeding price is the Walken, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, so here it says down the bottom it says 600 because there was 300 for each one. 600 Walken, and at the price of Walken at the moment, I don't know. Last time I checked, it was about 8 cents. So that would be 8 cents times 600 would be about $48. And see this other one here up the top, it says 100 gems. It hasn't got this in the breeding info, so I didn't know what it meant. But basically, this is like a safeguard. I think this is a brilliant idea. You need to walk 100 steps before you can breed the next calf lead, right? So it stops people from just creating these breeding farms. Now, keep in mind too, each gem is 1,000 steps, and you need 100 gems. So that's 100,000 steps. Now that might seem like a lot, and it is, but don't forget too, if you walk 10,000 steps, which is, I'm getting 800 steps per 1,000, so 10,000 steps would be 8 kilometers. So 10,000 steps is 8 kilometers. So to walk 8 kilometers a day, it's doable, and it's definitely healthy for you. Now, if you reach the 10,000 steps, you get a bonus 5,000 steps, so you get 15 gems. So you each gem is 1,000. You walk 10,000, so you get 10 gems, plus you get a bonus 5. That means to get 100 gems to breed, it would only, if you're getting 15 gems a day, it'd only take you, we'll do the maths on it, 9 days, 8 days? I don't know. I'm just trying to do it off the top of my head there. Probably 8 days. So 8 days is not really that long at doing 10,000 steps a day with the 5,000 or 5,000 step bonus or 5 gem bonus. Now, then all you need to do obviously is come up with the 600 Walken tokens, and then you can breed. Okay, so that's how you do it. So this actual gem thing stops people, and this is what we had an issue with Steppen. They had a huge issue in China with these Steppen with these farms, because people were gaming the system. But you can't really game this system because they've got an anti-cheat system. And so how this works is you need 100. You need to walk. You need 100 gems, and then I believe that once you breed, then it resets it. Then I need to get another 100,000 steps before I can then breed the next one, which is by walking will probably take me 10 to 8 days. Like, you can get the money to breed it, right? You could buy the Walken tokens. Oh, obviously you can battle and get them for free as well, but you can't get away with the steps. It's impossible to get away with the steps. You need to physically walk, and this is a really good safeguard in my opinion. So that's how breeding works. You basically come along here, breed. Yeah, you match it up. Obviously, I'm going to do the different, the same, and then then I can breed once I've got the 100 gems. So there's also the inheritance, and this is the factors that bring down all these traits, right? The genes to the child, so the parents. These two parents have got different genes, and whatever genes transfers to the child, your new cathlete, which you can keep or sell, the traits of that will be determined by a lot of factors, okay? Which I don't really fully know at the moment, but I do know this: the level of cathlete will determine the amount of mutation. So the lower the level, obviously level 6 is the base layer because you need a level 6 cathlete to breed anyway. So level 6, and then it goes to level 10. So level 6, 7, and 8, the mutation is still great. I don't know exact percentages, but the level 9 and 10 is not affected. So what they're trying to basically say is the higher the level cathlete, you've got a higher chance of passing those genes on to the child. So it's incentivizing, kind of like, if you have a really high cathlete with really good traits, really good genes, then level it up to like level 9, and those genes, all of those genes will be passed on to the child. So that's an advantage of having a higher level. So I think they've thought this out really well. And the other this is not related to breeding, but the other update is that the more rare the cathlete, the less time it takes to replenish the energy. Okay, so I'll put it up on the screen here. So in other words, the more rare it is, the less time it's going to take, and the more times you can battle a day. Okay, so that's breeding. You can look into the docs, and these are the requirements of the breeding, and then it talks about the gene inheritance. So this is like, there's a lot into this. This is the part where I'm still not 100% sure on, but there's the inheritance probability, and that's got to do with the level and the mutation, the amount of mutation that happens, and what the genes do they get passed, like what genes get passed down will depend on your level. So have a read of this. It talks about the mutation rate, and it says here, example, there are 5 rarity categories in Walken: common, uncommon, rare, epic, legend. For levels 6, 7, and 8, there is a mutation rate applies to the lowers the rarity of the resulting genes inherited by the offspring in case of mutation. So yeah, what I said before, basically the lower levels are subject to mutation. At levels 9 and 10, the rarity mutating gene is not affected. So yeah, by the mutation rate. For example, the maximum rarity of genes can be passed down to an offspring by a level 6 rare cathlete in case of mutation be common, since the 3 mutation rate is applied, or the -3 mutation rate is applied. So that's kind of like what I'm not exactly 100% sure on. Because there's a lot of factors influencing your cathlete as you breed it. But let's just go back to the market. Oh, okay, let's just go back to my wallet. I'm still getting the double rewards. Actually, the double rewards is still happening. So I'll just do a couple of these now. Now I've been playing around with the with the, what is it? I've been in Discord and stuff, and they've been really helpful there as well, because there's a lot of good information and a lot of good helpful people in there. So if you're not sure, about this, go to the Discord. There's a lot of helpful people there. But one thing that I found was, see, I just made 2 Walken. One thing I found that people are talking about close, and the close will help you win battles. So like this guy here, there you go. See, he's got close. I won't win this battle. He's got 11,000 steps. There's no way I will see. He's got 11,000 steps and he's got close. So if I go to collectibles and go to close, there's nothing in my inventory, so I'll go to the marketplace. Close is expensive, but it's it pretty much increases your chances of winning like a lot. But again, it's expensive. See all the different shirts and shorts and sneakers. You know, you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, up to 10 sol per item. It just starts to get, you start to go down the rabbit hole. But it does help you win the battles. And if you're winning a lot of battles every day, you're making more walking. So, it's just like I said, how deep do you go down the rabbit hole? So one thing I would say, just to close this video, is it's definitely early. It's not like stepping, and they definitely do things differently. You can't really game the system because you need to walk those 100 gems to be able to breed. There's no way of getting around that, which is good. And I like the interface. The interface is very nice. It's very slick. The updates have been spot on. Less dramas. Obviously, there's still maintenance, but overall, I've had a good experience with this. As you can see, the app, the interface is just nice, and it's just really nice and clean, and it's just really a good UI. So I guess the biggest difference with this to Steppen, because everyone kind of knows Steppen, right, is that with this particular Move to Earn app, it's got one thing that Steppen didn't have in their app, and I think that is probably a mistake on their part, and it's the free component. Although, they grew big anyway, but the free component is really important because people can then play the game, right, and participate in the game risk-free. Obviously, they're going to come in at the lowest level, right, and it's going to take them the longest, but they're able to play and interact with it and learn how this works. And then once they get from level 0 to level 6, then they can sell it or they can continue. So here, let's see. My cathletes, see this one here, this armor window, he or she, whatever it is a common. This was my cathlete that I got in the beginning, that I got for free. Now it's level 5. So I've gone from level 0 to now level 5. Now I've got 106 left gems to get. Then I'll get to level 6, and then once it's level 6, I can breed it, or it turns into like an NFT where I can then sell it on the marketplace. And you get this for free. Everyone gets one for free. So it's something to think about. You can actually get into this game risk-free. That's what I really like about it. All right, guys. So sorry it's been a long video, but this is basically the breeding. It has started, and I think it's going to get pretty exciting now that the breeding has started. All right, guys. Comment below if you're in Walken. Let me know your experience or where you are at the moment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.